Welcome to Wine Road, the wine, when, and where of Northern Sonoma County. I'm your host, Marcy Gordon, with Beth Costa, Executive Director of the Wine Road.
Thanks to Ron Rubin, we're able to keep our podcast rolling along. The financial support of River Road Family Vineyards and Winery allows us to keep recording, keep sipping wine, and keep sharing stories with our listeners. Check out their website at riverroadvineyards.com and explore their Chardonnay, as well as a finely crafted Pinot Noir from the Russian River Valley. That's riverroadvineyards.com. And hey, thanks, Ron, for allowing us to make this show happen.
Welcome to episode 230. 230?
2:30. It's like
Yes,
it's 2:30.
230.
But it's 10 in the morning.
It's wine time with the Wine Road. And today our guest, is one of our favorite guests, is Craig Colagrossi. Welcome, Craig.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
We're glad you're here because you always bring the wine.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm already drinking. This is delicious.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this.
Little Montepulciano from Dunnigan Hills.
Montepulciano.
It's been a fan hit at our place. This gets a little confusing because some people have traveled to Italy and have been to the city of Montepulciano.
Me.
And that's in Tuscany. And that is where they make their wines out of Sangiovese. So people say, I've had this before. I'm like, well, have you? This is actually originates from the Abruzzo region. So usually we would say Montepulciano d'Abruzzo on the label from Italy. So so this is actually made from the grape of Montepulciano. Yeah.
But this is beautiful. It's so savory. I was saying before I got it, detected a little bit of that black olive note. Really delish.
Thank you. Yeah, there's like a smoky sweetness to it and dark fruit. It's just easy drinking.
It really is because it is 10 in the morning, and this is delicious.
And I love the color. It looks like maybe a Pinot, a
great color
style wine.
Yeah, it's really got a beautiful hue to it, and it does look like a Pinot.
This is delicious.
Beth's
focused on, this is
in a reverie here.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't bring the cheese in the soap.
I know.
Okay, well,
we'll drop the ball, Craig.
Next time.
Go run back and bring it.
Such a slacker.
Oh, man, that was delicious. Okay, so tell us, I know that you've been on the show before, so maybe our listeners are familiar with you, but what's happening new at the winery right now?
I've been busy bottling and prepping for another round of bottling.
Oh, my gosh.
I just bottled Sangiovese, Montepulciano, Barbera, my new Locatella, which is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Sangiovese.
Oh.
Super Tuscan.
Nice. Yeah.
I call it Locatella. I just shortened up the village my dad's side's from in Puglia is San Marco Locatella.
Oh,
so
nice.
I just called it Locatella.
Nice little homage.
Yeah. And then I just bottled this Montepulciano as well. So then, coming up in middle of July, I will be bottling all the Bordeaux blends and more Ionico.
I didn't even realize you were doing that many more Bordeaux blends at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to Cabernet sometimes.
Yeah.
I really focus on Italians, and when I pour the Italians, they sell. I've been forgetting all about the Cabernet, so my inventory kind of built up. So we're going to have like a Cab Fest sometime later this summer and just focus on Cabernet, maybe Cabernet Day or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it. You can create your own Cabernet Day. I don't know when it really is on the calendar. There's so many.
Right. Every day.
Yeah, just spin the wheel.
Yeah.
You'll hit a day.
Exactly. So what else is going on? Do you have, I feel like when I talk to wineries, it's the traffic of just people coming to the area is definitely slowed down. So people seem to be trying different things. Do you have different little events happening or different incentives to get people to stop by?
We've been trying all sorts of things. First of all, our third Fridays is finally back up and running again for Artisan Alley.
That's everybody there. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So every third Friday through October right now, 4 to 7 p.m., maybe to 8, depending on how the party's going. We try to bring in food trucks and music for each of those nights. And we close down the driveway, basically. And
that's a perfect spot for that.
Bring more bodies in, get great exposure for all of us.
So who's in there?
So there's myself, there's Sonoma Brothers Distillery, there's Tilted Shed Cider Works, Two Shepherds Winery, and Barley and Vine Cafe. It's a beer cafe. And then K Squared Cellars.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot. That's a nice variety.
Yeah. So you can kind of you can actually stay all day, eat and taste as you go.
Right.
You know.
Super nice.
That's fun. So what else?
Well, I've actually tried out a little Groupon.
Oh,
A
yeah.
Groupon.
Yes, and featured that with some charcuterie, and that's been really going well.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't even heard of Groupon in so long.
Yes, and so I was shocked at how fast people were hopping on board and scheduling tastes and getting a lot of new club members that way,
Right.
and just new exposure overall. So it's worked out pretty well.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I was really surprised how well it took off. So I'm constantly stocking up the charcuterie stuff. So make sure it's.
I've seen some pictures on your Instagram, like you with all the peeps having, like, did you do a dinner?
Seems
a
like there was
special
dinner photos I saw.
Oh
recently.
yes, so that's So the people aren't coming to me; I have to go out to the people, as they say, right? So luckily I have some
people.
great club members that are very supportive. So we've been back to South Carolina to do pourings for club members and their friends
Nice.
at different restaurants. Also, we just did last Wednesday. We did a winemaker dinner at Half Moon Bay, an Italian restaurant there. Had about 20, I think it was 28 people.
That's
And
fantastic.
just any which way you can to sell wine these
Yeah.
days. You have to get a little more creative than
Right.
let them, expect them to come to you every day.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what I'm seeing with all the wineries. I mean, they really are just trying different things, and a lot of more picking up the virtual tasting things that they had sort of dropped doing and they're sort of rebooting that. So yeah, it's hard.
You got to be nimble.
You do. And yes, very lean and mean. That is for sure.
So one thing that we're going to be starting for the Wine Road is we're trying to get people to come up here for the weekend and stay. And so we're going to start this little weekend warm up. We collecting wineries that are going to offer complimentary tasting on Fridays. And you'd said you were, on board for doing that. Yeah. So I think that will be a nice incentive to get people here if we put together packages with free tasting on a Friday and some great happy hours at different restaurants within that same region and some hotel specials. So I think that'll be nice packages. We should have that ready to go on our website in about 2 weeks from now.
That'll be great. Looking forward to
great.
that. Mm-hmm.
Great incentive.
I think so.
It's funny because people kind of forget. You live here and you forget, oh, yeah, it's pretty darn great up there. I should make the move.
And the thing is, the whole greater Bay Area, it's, an hour and a half drive, and yet you feel like you're in a whole different world because it's so much a slower pace and the scenery is so different, and you can leave a city and be here for a couple of days. So, hopefully that'll do something.
Yeah, that sounds great. Look forward to that.
I know. So that's, I guess, the ball's in my court to wrap that up.
Yes, we will wait for you to finish that project.
The clock is ticking.
Put a big thing on your plate.
Oh, well, we'll make it work. So, what have you been doing lately that's fun? Any new restaurants you've checked out? What's happening in Windsor?
Ooh.
What's going to make people come to Windsor? Besides you, of course.
Well, of course, yes. Yeah.
That'd be my top reason.
Big town of Windsor. Huh?
Yeah.
The smart train.
The smart train. Boy, is it busy, too. I don't know
it?
how many times it goes, but it seems like every 20 minutes I'm hearing it blow its horn as it flies by. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been great. I've actually had some, about 2 years ago, some ladies came up from San Rafael area up to the airport. That was as far as it went at that time.
Right.
With their bikes. And now I had some people that actually took it all the way to Windsor and they walked to Bell Road.
Yeah, I was going to ask, it was like a 20-minute walk or a 15-minute walk?
Yeah, like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
probably 10, 15 minutes.
That's a
Because
nice
there's a
little walk.
walkway.
It comes from the
right
back
down
there.
down the backside of the tracks and pops right into Bell Road and our
That's
artisan
a great
alley.
promotion. Ride the train. Come.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
The wine train
that's
of
only been,
Sonoma.
Has it been a month? No, I guess it's probably been about a month.
Yeah, it's been, I don't know. I just hear that horn going all the
Yeah,
time.
I think it's been about a month. And where is the stop? Is it like by the Windsor Chamber? That
So
little train
just
station
north
there?
of the chamber, probably about
Right downtown,
75 yards.
The
Okay.
back
North
end
of
of
the
the
chamber.
square
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I dropped the ball there. We definitely have to make some noise about that. The train is awesome.
Yeah. I had some friends that took it the other day just to go for a ride.
Yeah.
And they have a 10-year-old son, and as they were going down, they sat next to another couple that were going to the Giants game.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh, how cool. And they're like, well, we have extra tickets if you want them. And so they made a whole day of it. It was just, it was a fantastic trip.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so
You never
fun.
know who you're going to meet on the smart train.
That's right.
Yeah, the smart train. Okay. So restaurant-wise, anything new happening in Windsor? I can't think.
No, Grata just keeps getting better and better, I think. Their Italian dishes.
Of course, he leans towards the Italian
Well,
dishes.
of course. Yeah, sure. Their octopus puttanesca is never never bad at all. But no, the Tommy Thai, we're really lucky for a small
Tommy
town.
Thai.
There's a lot of great stuff
I love that.
there.
Yeah.
I go there a lot.
And Ken has a little bit of everything. So,
Yeah.
Pizzeria.
Pizza. Oh, yeah. I know I haven't been that often because my better half, she is kind of mastering pizza dough.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
So we have a small pizza oven, a gas range, and so I pull it out. So for our club members, we do like pizza parties. And we just did a little pizza event where you get a pizza and a glass of wine for X amount of dollars.
Right.
And people loved it, and we, again, any way to sell.
Right.
But that's so integrated. That's what's smart
it goes
about
together.
you. You're really
Right.
putting things together that make perfect sense, and it's what people want. And yeah, and you're in a good spot there because you're just a little bit off the square, but people can really come there and have a whole experience.
Right.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's been fun too. Having to practice all those pizzas, So
Oh,
someone
yeah.
has to
Gotta do
taste them all.
Quality control.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's Beth's. That's
what I do with the
domain.
wine. Quality
Quality
control.
control. Yeah.
Exactly.
You should have little Italian classes,
Yes, we should.
language classes.
I need
little
to learn
language-
myself a lot. I have to get
Well, maybe you could do Duolingo and a little Montepulciano.
Yeah, Sipalingo and Duolingo.
Yeah, Sipalingo.
Yes, I know. I need to.
We're going to copyright that, Sipalingo. You'll be speaking Italian by the end of this bottle.
That's right. That's right. One word or two, maybe at
One or-
least.
yeah.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, just kind of diving more into the Italian culture aspect. People love that.
I know I need to practice
I
up.
do.
We are planning a trip in April to go to Puglia and to Basilicata and Sicily and Sardinia. That's the goal.
And have you been before or not?
Not to the south side. Yeah, not that far south. So
Sicily.
this is I'm really looking forward
My
to it.
people.
So I'm excited because I've got 3 couples that are club members are going, and my brother and his wife and my aunt and uncle.
Oh my gosh.
And so
what fun.
it's truly going to be a great time. So we get to go back to the village where my grandfather was born.
There's nothing like that. There's something about that. I did that with my mother, like when I was like 12 or 13 in Sicily to our family, her parents, towns. It was just amazing. You really feel that connection. Yeah. It's a good thing to do.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. So I've got to practice my Italian.
I love that idea. I love the language class idea. We're gonna noodle on that idea.
We're going to work on it, yes. Yeah.
We're in a lasagna on that.
That's right.
I mean, I just think that could really work. Even if you brought in an instructor. I mean,
Because
you'd be a part of it.
people are very intimidated with language, but once you
Yes.
drink a little, you're like, like when I'm in Italy, like I do know Italian, but I'm much better after I've had a drink.
Well,
And
yeah, you're not
I'm less
self-conscious
intimidated
and thinking about-
I'm
yeah.
just like yakking away and
Yeah, the hands move better after
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
glasses of wine.
I drop over glasses. But yeah, okay, we'll come up with a program.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could just be Zoom classes with, people pay X amount of money, they buy a couple bottles of wine, they get this instructor. I can see it all.
Great, put that on your plate.
I'll add that to my list. I'll organize that for you.
Yeah, it's cafeteria style, and I'll take this, and I'll take this.
Add that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add to the list.
Well, that's going to be fun. So that's next April.
Yes.
That's a perfect
Yeah.
time too. Yeah,
Yep.
it's pre-crowd. It's not hot. It's really nice.
Yep. We figured we'll process the
excited.
club in
Maybe-
March to get everyone shipped out, and then
Yeah, then take a
ship
little
ourselves
vacation.
out. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I should come with you.
Yes.
Marcy's like, I love Italy.
Yeah. We have, I've met this tour guide. She has her own business, Slow Travels with Lisa. She used to be at the Language Institute in San Francisco.
Oh, right.
And she moved to Italy about 8 years ago. And I met her through another club member who had traveled with her and said, oh, you got to meet her. So she actually came to our 30th harvest celebration.
Oh my gosh,
And-
really? 30th?
Yeah. Well, as a home winemaker
Yeah,
and
but
commercial,
still,
yeah.
that's
I know.
Wait a minute. Cheers to that.
For being 25 years old, it's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
It's amazing how that math works. The new math.
Mathematically, wow.
Couple of harvest in vitro.
The new math, yes. But she came and promoted her travels, and so we started talking more and more, and we're going to have her set up the Puglia area in Matera down south,
Super.
and then go on our own after that.
That sounds wonderful.
We will tie her into our plan for the Zoom class of language.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about is getting her.
Well, she used to be at the Language Institute, so there you go.
Yeah, I'll reach out to her and get
Don't
something
you think
set
it's
up.
a cool idea?
Yep, I sure do. Yep. I should say sí.
Yeah.
Como no?
Davvero.
I can say nothing. How's that?
That's right.
But I can drink the wine.
Parla niente.
I'm not even know what that is.
It's just say nothing.
Oh, okay. That's me.
So are you making some whites in your portfolio now too? Or are you making...
Yes, I had Vermentino this
Oh,
year.
that's Vermentino,
nice.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it's sold out already. It was 48
wow.
cases went.
I think you brought that
So
once. And it
quickly.
was just fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm going to buy a lot more this year.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm going to play around with a sparkling Vermentino this year too.
Ooh.
So.
I say
That's
thumbs
where I
up
like to do my
that.
quality control, yes.
That's right. Yeah, the sparklings have been very well received.
Yeah.
So is the buying market for you for grapes become more a better market now?
Yeah, pricing is a little friendlier
So
overall.
it's able to get things you couldn't get in the past.
Yeah, and access to some really fun vineyards, big name vineyards that us little guys don't
Right.
have access to on a
Yeah,
regular
I
basis.
see that with a lot of the smaller people
Yeah.
getting like really great fruit and great, like name brand vineyards. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's good.
I even picked up some Pinot last year, which I always say, no more Pinot,
Right.
but it was
But
such
then
It's hard
again,
to resist.
the price is right.
yeah, and the quality of the fruit is amazing. So I'm really excited about this. This is getting bottled on July 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's right
So you
around
have
the
a mobile
corner.
bottling unit that comes in? So-
Yeah, a truck. We should do about 900 cases that day.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
then 2 days after that, we have it across the street where I have to do about another 200 cases for me. And then my friend Chris today over there, his winery, he'll do about another 700 cases. And
It's
so
good you
just
can
good to go.
collaborate on all that and make, kind of make it pencil out by other people.
Yeah, and help with the bottling crew, just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
it
you have
helps.
such a collaborative little scene there on Artisan Alley. That's great.
Yeah, we're lucky. Very fortunate.
Nice. Okay, let's see. Anything else we need to talk about? I want to make sure people come to see you. So when they come to Windsor, where are you exactly? How they get there?
So I'm on Bill Road, so just one big block south of downtown Napa. Downtown Napa.
Okay,
one
we'll
very
edit, we'll
big
edit that out.
block.
How much wine has he had this morning?
That's a big block.
That's one large block.
One giant step for mankind.
So most everyone knows where downtown Windsor is.
Yes.
And so we're one big block south of that, just one block north of the new Russian River Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on Bell Road. You go down Condé south from downtown Windsor and take a right on Bell Road, and we're about 3/4 of a mile on the left-hand side.
I mean,
And,
it's a great spot because there are, besides you, there's other little
There's
wineries
other
right
little
there.
wineries too.
Yeah, the whole group
You're
is
a
there.
hop, skip, and a jump from the SMART train.
Yes.
Got to
that's
make that a
true, too.
campaign.
Yep. So in yes, right.
She's just a rhyming little.
Better be writing these down.
I know. Sometimes they
This
come
stuff
so
just
fast.
comes out.
And then
I don't know.
She can't remember them
As
again.
fast as it goes.
I'm like, oh no.
I need to be recorded all the time.
It
I have
came
no
and it
idea
went.
what I just said.
It came and it went. Oh my
So
Lord.
yeah, so I advertise I'm open Friday through Tuesday, and by appointment on Wednesday or Thursday, but I am there every day,
Yeah.
and so it's best always text ahead.
Right.
And you've
call
been
ahead.
having some industry events too.
Yeah.
I get your invitations, and I'm always like, I can't come that night. But
Yeah, I'm just trying to show other wineries, their tasting room staff, what we have to offer.
Yeah,
We're,
it's
we're
smart.
different because we focus on Italian varietals. There's only
Yeah.
a handful of us that do that.
that's a
Right.
really important thing to do. So kind of make people be aware, so we can promote each other.
And also show them the alley, what
Yeah.
we have, all
Yeah,
my
what's
neighbors.
there.
And,
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
because they may not come for me that day, but if they go get, some gin or vodka,
Yeah.
they might next time come by and get some wine.
That is a unique strip of merchants. You've
Yeah,
got
there's a lot
producers
there.
there. You got cider, you got spirits, you've got beer, you've got wine, you've got it all.
So last year,
You've got parking.
Yes, well,
yeah,
lots of
parking
fun.
more
these days,
important.
that's important. Last year, Mark Orsi did a Italian big tasting. Do you know if he has that planned again this
Yeah,
year?
in August. It's
August.
scheduled again. I forget it's the 14th or the 21st. It's
Okay.
a Sunday.
Okay, well, we'll look it up.
And I
when
just
we do
got the
notes.
invitation and said, yes, count me in. So,
I mean, he had a lot of wineries there last year.
yes, it was
And
very well organized.
yeah,
It was a great event.
Seemed like a really nice event, yeah.
I like these kind of small focused events. I think those are really important.
I think it's nice, too, because I do think people like to try different things. And, like, day in and day out, if they go to a tasting room, they're only going to taste You end up tasting a lot of the same varietals. But if you're really into something new and you want to try some Italian varietals and you go to a festival or an event that's all the focus, I think that's interesting.
And there could be 20 different varietals.
Yes, yeah.
Those small focused events are nice, and it has you can learn the language while you're there.
We're going to work that into everything.
That's right.
That's our new mission.
For each station.
Our next podcast, we'll be speaking Italian.
You have to say a phrase at each station to get your pour, you know.
You go. Or have shirts made with phrases on the
back. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the sky's the limit.
The ideas never end. So that's exciting.
Sponsored
too.
by Marcy Gordon.
Yeah, right.
Great idea.
Get excited about the Italians.
Yes. Yeah. So it's been pretty fun because I went out tasting recently and had a lot of Cabernets, exposed Cabernets. Mm-hmm. And they were like, this is from this vineyard and this is from this block. Right. And I can taste a little bit different, but it's still Cabernet.
Right.
So that's why I really enjoy the Italians because they're so different. If you go from Sangiovese to Barbera to the Montepulciano to the Nero d'Avola, which is the noble grape of Sicily, and then the Lacantala, which is a blend. But it's so fun to see how diverse they are.
They're all different.
Yeah, really it's truly dynamic in those grape varieties and how they're experienced. And what better wines for food than Italian wines?
I think so. I'll say yes to that.
I mean, Italian wines will go even food that isn't Italian.
Yeah, there you
go.
Yeah. They blend.
So it's been good.
So then this summer, have any big plans? Are you open on the 4th of July?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow.
I am booked like that whole, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Awesome.
I've got people,
a lot
of people from out of the state, which is great.
Oh, that's super
I
good.
have a large group already on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. I think there's 13 of them coming.
So do they, if someone on the 4th decides they do want a little tasting, do they need a reservation or could they pop in?
They can pop in. Yep,
Okay,
I will be there.
Add you to my list. I don't think you're on my list right now. Because we have a list for everything.
That's right.
Another thing that's on my computer.
List for everything.
Hopefully
A
it's
list
the good
on your
list.
list.
Another thing I have all kinds of lists. Some of them you do not want to be on.
I don't want to be on the bad list.
4th of July, is that on a Friday?
It's a Friday.
Friday, yeah. So it's a long weekend for a lot of people. No, it seems like people are taking the rest of that earlier part of the week off.
Yeah, the week. And, you will also be on the list for the free Friday tastings. That should start about the middle of July, a couple more weeks. And let's see. I guess that's probably about it.
So we'll put a link to how to reach Craig and get to the winery, how to buy this wine.
We're definitely going to suggest buying this wine.
This is beautiful.
Gosh.
Thank you.
It's just fantastic. Oh,
yeah, I think
I think that's going to go home with me. You're thinking, I'm thinking, I'm going to take that home.
Well, wait, you'll see my jacket. The label matches, so I think it's got to go with me.
We'll have a Rochambeau.
Yeah.
I am not getting involved with this one.
Yeah, okay. Last time she just beat me to the pulp.
I'm tougher and meaner.
You took the sparkling last time.
I'm telling you, it's going with me.
You do not want to get in a fisticuffs with Beth.
That wine's going home with me.
She'll knock you out.
Okay.
Anything else, Craig, we need to mention? Or
No, not at all. Thanks for having me today. It's always great to be with you too. It's
always great to have
hear
you.
what's going on out there.
Have you live and
we're
going to
help you with your language and your.
Yes, I'll get my to-do list going.
I think that's just a brilliant idea. It could be super fun.
Yeah.
It's what they call the third space, right? You want to do things other than, it's combining activities that people want to do with a beautiful wine. Makes sense.
Well, the thing is, you have a trip planned, and so you want to fine-tune your Italian also.
Right.
So it could just be a win-win for everyone.
Win-win-win. Vinci, Vinci, Vinci.
I'm so excited about this. I definitely see it being awesome.
Yes.
Greg's sitting
Marcella.
thinking, she's like, I got to get out of here.
I'll come teach it.
Yeah. Marcella's adding to my to-do list.
Yes. We all like to chip in.
I used to, all I knew when I was a kid was like not good words in Italian. Because, my family would speak it and I'm like, oh, yeah, probably that's not something to repeat. But then when I started working in Italy, I started learning Italian. And I knew when my fluency had really peaked because people would not talk in front of me anymore. They'd take a phone call and they'd okay, and they'd step aside because they knew I understood everything they were saying. So that was a clue.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so let's see. One thing I wanted to mention, and I know that Richard and you give me a hard time because I always have one more thing.
That's okay.
That's my thing.
That's your phrase.
So one more thing is that in a week from now or whatever, on July 12th, we're having our summer wine trail. So the Wine Road, we've started these wine trail events. They're one day, 11 to 4. It's $50 a person, and you can go to as many wineries as you want to go. There's usually, for this one, we have 30 wineries participating, but there's usually 30 to 40 for each of these. And there's no other reservations required. There's no tasting fees. You just pay the $50. Your ticket will be on your phone, and each winery you visit, just show them your ticket. And there's a program online. The wineries list the wines that they'll be pouring, so you know ahead of time. If I don't know if you are participating or not, Craig, in that event, but if you listed, 3 Italian varietals, then that's what he's pouring. You can see what wines are going to be offered and plan your day. There's a little Google map that shows where they are all at. So again, that is Saturday, July 12th. You can buy tickets all the way up until that morning. The next one is in September. It's our Harvest Wine Trail, and I don't remember the date, but I think it's around the 12th of September. Then we'll do a holiday wine trail and market in December. So I wanted to mention that. And then actually my final one more thing. Marcy and I had Jack Florence on our podcast probably about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was talking about a new book that he'd written called Dare to Dream. And now that's it.
Now dare to read.
I have the hard copy in my hot little hand. So when we post this, we will have a link for how you can purchase the book. But it's beautifully written, and Jack has just amazing history of Dry Creek Valley, particularly the rock pile area up in the
and that's it right on the cover, the photo.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So that's it. I have no more things.
All right. Anything else, Craig?
Nothing else for me.
All right.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you for
I'm
being
so happy
here.
you came today. It's always so fun to see you.
All right. We'll see you on the Wine Road.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.